Hello, this is Beacon of Light. Welcome to my channel, and today I want to be discussing a dream that I had. So I'll start with my dream. My dream started where after school a friend of mine asked if I could walk her home because she was afraid to walk home by herself. And then so I said, okay, it's not an issue. I'll walk you home by yourself since you don't want to walk home by yourself. I don't know why she didn't want to walk by herself. I guess she felt uncomfortable walking by herself because since it was after school, and I guess since her mother wasn't home, I guess she was just afraid to walk by herself after school. So I said, okay, it's not a big deal. I'll walk you home if you don't feel comfortable walking by yourself home. So then I walked her home, and then all of a sudden I stopped at her house. And then I noticed that there was this girl at her house. It was this new friend that she just started hanging out with. I did not know the girl, so this was the first time that I actually met the girl. So I was surprised when I went to her house. I was like, okay, this must be a new friend of hers because I've never seen this friend of hers before. So then as I saw her friend in the house, I asked my friend if she could give me a cup of water. And then when I asked her that, she pretended like she didn't know me. And then I asked her again. I was like, hey, can I have some water, please? Like a cup of water, please? And again, she ignored me like I didn't exist. And I was upset because she ignored me like I didn't exist. And I was really upset with her. I was like, okay, I asked her one time if she can give me something to drink. Then she ignored me like I didn't exist. So I felt bad a little bit. I thought it was my imagination. I was like, okay, let me just try again. Let me just ask her if I can get a cup of water to drink. And she ignored me again the second time. So I kind of knew that she was trying to show off in front of her new friend. And that made me I felt sad. I felt sad that she was trying to show off in front of her friend and ignore me like I didn't exist. So then I got really upset. I was very upset at the fact that she didn't want to give me anything to drink. It was a hot day. And I remember it wasn't extremely hot, but I know that after walking I was really thirsty. So I felt kind of used. I basically felt used. So I was upset about this. And I was just like, I can't believe she's treating me like this. I can't believe she's treating me like this. So then all of a sudden, I raised my voice at her. I was like, hey, what's wrong with you? You don't act like this. Like, why are you acting like this? Like, why are you ignoring me like I don't exist? What's going on? What's going on? And she didn't bother answering me back. And then all of a sudden, she was whispering something to her friend's ear. And I didn't know what she was whispering in her ear. I wanted to know, but I had a strong feeling what she was saying about me. So then she was whispering something in her friend's ear. And then it made me feel bad. It made me feel bad because she ignored me and was whispering something in her friend's ear. And I was like, okay, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but I believe that she's talking about me. So that's what I thought. I believed that she was talking about me when she was whispering in her friend's ear. So then her friend was looking at me wrong. She started to look at me wrong. I was like, okay, I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what she's whispering in her ear. She's probably making her friend believe that I was very jealous and a crazy person. And the reason why I felt like that was because her new friend was looking at me like if I was like a stalkery crazy person. She just kept looking at me like, oh my goodness, this girl, it's crazy. She was really giving me that look, and that's the vibe that I felt. So she was basically telling her friend that I was a very jealous and crazy person, and that made me feel bad. I didn't want her new friend thinking that I was like this jealous or a crazy person or anything like that. So then I had apologized to her new friend, the new friend that she met. I said, look, I'm sorry. I apologize for raising my voice. This is not like me. I have felt bad because I just wanted a glass of water and she did not give it to me. My friend didn't give it to me. And we've been friends for a very long time now. And now she acts like I don't exist. So I'm not jealous or crazy. I just felt like She ignored me. It hurt my feelings. And like I said, I knew her for a long time. I knew her for a long time, and it really hurt my feelings that she did that. And then her new friend looked at me, and she felt sorry for me. She felt sorry for me. And then the new friend looked at my friend, and I could tell by the expression on her face, she's like, why am I even hanging out with this girl if she's treating her old friend like this, you know? So then I was like, you know what? I feel uncomfortable. I'm going to leave. So then I decided to leave the house. And as I was leaving the house, as I was leaving her house, if I remember correctly, when I was leaving her house, I left. As I was leaving her house, I walked through the yard. So as I was walking through the yard, I heard a whisper, someone calling me. He's like, hey, psst, hey. I'm looking like, who is that? Who is that? I have no idea who that is. So then they called me again in the yard. And then I was like, okay, what's going on? So then I ignored it. And then I heard it again for the third time. And then all of a sudden I saw an old friend of mine. And I was really happy. This was a guy. I was really happy to see him because I didn't see him for a long time. This was like a good friend of mine that I knew since childhood. And I was like, oh my goodness, what are you doing here? I haven't seen you for a long time. I was like really excited. And then out of nowhere, he hugged me. He hugged me and he caught me off guard because I wasn't used to people being so nice. And then again, I was just at my girlfriend's house and she treated me horribly. So after that, I was like, that's the reason why I felt a little bit like it caught me off guard when he hugged me, because I was just treated horribly. And now I have this guy that I haven't seen in years, and all of a sudden he's hugging me. And if it did feel good, it felt like I was cared about a little bit. So it did feel good. And then all of a sudden we were talking, and then his guy friends came playing around in the backyard, and they were playing with their water guns. As they were playing with their water guns, he told me to hide. He's like, hide, you know. So he kept grabbing my hand, and then he hit me in this little corner in the yard. So basically he was just trying to hide me. He's like, look, I don't want these guys to wet you, or I don't want these guys to hurt you. And I'm like, okay. He seems a bit overprotective, but it's okay. I like this. It's okay. It's just a water gun. It's not that big of a deal. He's like, no, you don't understand. You need to hide so they won't get you. You don't understand. So then I felt protected, and I felt loved, and it felt good to finally have a friend that I haven't seen for a long time actually, you know, treat me right. So again, to whoever this word is for, this person seemed like the old friend. This person seemed like they were your friend, but when they're in front of people or when they're in front of others, they ignore you like you don't exist. And that's not a good friend. So now this friend only looks for you when they need something. And like I put here, you're constantly being used by this person and they don't love you. But again, don't worry, because God is going to be sending you someone. And he's going to be sending you a friend who is really going to care about you and show you real, genuine love. You know, and this new person that's going to come into your life seems like they're really going to be protective over you. So again, I'm going to be reading a King James Version's verse, and it says here, KJV, Proverbs 18:24. A man that hath friends must shew himself friendly. And there is a friendly, KJV, Proverbs 18:24. A man that hath friends must shew himself friendly. And there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. So sometimes in life, there are friends who are not going to be there for you, of course. But then there's other friends who are going to be there for you, that will stick closer than a brother. So again, don't be sad or don't be disappointed. Don't be disappointed. So again, don't be sad or don't be disappointed that this friend let you down. They weren't really your friend. They weren't your friend at all, and they were more like a counterfeit. They were a fake person, and they were only there to use you when they needed you. But like I said, don't worry about it, because now God is sending you a new person in your life and a new friend who's actually going to show you genuine love. And this person is going to treat you so much better. This new friend is going to treat you so much better than your old friend. So again, thank you for listening to my channel. This is Beacon of Light, and have a very blessed day. Thank you so much. Bye.